and welcome back to the iWar Network Tubecast. I'm your host and NWL and IWL Commissioner Alex G. Along with me, as always, iWar Commissioner Matt Riley. How you doing tonight, Matt?
Still playing her.
Still? Real. Go to the doctor, you weirdo.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
I go see Dr. Nick.
Today's episode will be the iWar Draft Special. Yay!
That's right. This is like the very special episode of Fresh Prince.
Or the one of Different Strokes, where the one where Arnold and Dudley got molested by the bike guy.
Oh, this won't be quite as molesting. But, Fingers Fairlane's involved, so you don't know. Hey, Arnold, you want to see my bike?
Baby oil. So I figured we go round by round here, and we'll go through each pick and we'll give some thoughts on it. So with the first pick and the 2016 iWar Draft, we have the CWL taking the Psycho Circus. So Matt, what are your thoughts on the Psycho Circus going at number 1?
Well, we got Killer Clown top of the game right now in the NWL, right at the top, almost nearly tied. So you have a huge, talented star that way. Untamed Iron Bill and Fingers Fairlane, a little newer, but Fairlane's had a good amount of success.
Yeah.
And the trio as a team should be fun to see them active in the CWL, which is home to a lot of good trios.
Yeah.
So
CWL is getting some depth here,
yes,
which is a good thing. And these guys can really go in terms of both trash talk and winning championships, having good strategies. So good stuff. So with the second pick in the iWar Network Draft, the IWL picks Neo Dragon. So Matt, what are your thoughts on Neo Dragon?
Screw that guy.
Phantom Striker calls him a scrub. Is that true?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, the fighting words. Neo Dragon's a fun guy to watch. I think he'll bring a lot of entertainment to the IWL as a babyface that cuts good promos, has good feuds. I look forward to seeing him in there.
Not any surprise that the first 2 picks were NWL guys. Just saying.
No, I think ideally if we had our druthers, we would do this with the draft class from NWL every time.
Yeah.
I think it's the best way to do it. But it also, in a way, opened up the draft to other players. So that was cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So with the third pick of the 2016 iWar Network Draft, we have Black Wrestlers Matter, Silverback Jack, and the Black Predator. So Matt, What's the deal with the Black Wrestlers Matter?
Well, they are a duo that was recently the iWar World Tag Team Champions. And they came into the CWL about a year ago, stormed in, and they were sort of doing a gimmick where they were talking about black wrestlers getting ignored and wanting to get more pub, and then went on to win a bunch of titles. So it's kind of like, well, if you weren't winning titles, it might be easier to believe, but they got
But it kind of makes their point, though.
Right. Controversy abounded. They got a cover on the iWar, and there was an email to the IWA complaining about it.
Was it me?
Nor was it me. I bet that Riley, he sent an email about his own cover. That's what he did.
No, because you have to have the super secret email address that the IWA doesn't know.
That's right. When I called him on the phone, we talked about it. So actually, my thinking here was, as the commissioner of the BRL, it is kind of the de facto tag team league of the IWA. There's so many good tag teams in there, and have been so many great tag teams that have come through. I wanted to get in a top-tier tag team. So now we have one of the best in the world, and they are on our roster.
With the fourth pick in the iWar Network Draft, the CWL takes Rude Duty. So Matt,
Ooh,
tell
yeah.
us about Rude Duty.
Well, Rude Duty, former NWL standout, and he was one half of the Showstopper Papas with Rowdy Restagini, and they had quite the feud with Koenig and the Great David. And it was, interesting. And they had history from the leagues. So there was rumors rumbling that he was going to rejoin Rowdy and reform the Showstoppers. And then out of nowhere, bang, the CWL swoops in. And this is one of those things, a lot of players, when we were first putting this together, were telling us, well, I want to be involved, but I'll only go to this league or that league.
Yeah.
We were like, no, it's not a work. Like, if you get drafted, you got to go there. And they're like, well, all right, okay. But I don't want to go to this league. Well, no, if you want to go, you got to be open to any league. Yeah. And it worked well. I mean, so we'll get into it, but I think Rude Duty is a top-tier talent. He had a super strong year a couple of years back when he was the Rookie of the Year in the BRL, which in any other year he would have set the record for most points, except Sir Gunter Kinderwacht was in the way, and he's just unstoppable. So
I thought he would have dropped in the draft due to all the injuries that Luther Alexander gave him.
Well, change of pace will help, hopefully, for this poor guy. Because Duty, he did definitely have the effects of the injuries taking a toll on his success.
Yeah. So. Interesting to know that's the only league that Luther is not in either.
Bum, bum, bum.
I smell a conspiracy. With the 5th pick in the IWAR Network draft, the IWL drafts John Body. Controversial pick.
It was one of those picks when it happened. I was like, whoa, John Body. Out of nowhere, swooping in to make a move for it. But he's one of those controversial characters that stirs the pot, causes a lot of grief for people, has his way of angering fans and fellow wrestlers.
I think getting him for the IWL is a coup. To be completely honest. And he was the Continental Champion at the time as well.
He still is, isn't he?
Yeah, but I think that are they stripping him of the belt? I forget.
No, last I heard, there's going to be a match between him and Harry Hoodstar, where if Harry wins, he of course takes the title, but if Body wins, he gets to keep it. I think.
All right.
There's contingency. All I know is Andy has a contingency plan, and he actually kind of hopes it happens because he's got a good idea for it. So who knows?
Okay. Cool. I dig it, man. I dig it. So you might see the Continental Championship belt in the IWL soon.
It could happen.
Yeah. Not the first time that's happened in a league that I commissioned.
Right.
We once took the MML belts to the NWL and unified them.
Right. Oh, the MML.
Yeah.
Oh. Remember when the MML was good?
No.
Yeah. It was a long time ago.
Bless their hearts. With the number 6 pick in the IWAR Network draft, the BRL.
Oh, the fans are excited.
The BRL takes Liam Larkin.
Oh, Liam Larkin, yeah, we went with him. Now, I went that direction. Gonna explain that move. I had just, taken one of the top tag teams, if not the top tag team out there. Obviously, the top tag team available in the draft. And I wanted to take a guy who I thought had some potential. And Liam Larkin had become the first man in, I think it was 3 years, to win the IWL's Triple Crown.
Mm-hmm.
And he scored himself a whole boatload of free matches and stuff like that. So I thought, star power wise, it was a way to bring in a name.
Awesome. He once with Luther Alexander broke into Monty Roach's house and stole Sasha's panties.
No, those things happen.
And then when he turned babyface, Luther hit him in the face with a pie full of acid.
Oh, that's always a bad scene.
Yeah. Bless his heart. With the 7th pick in the IWAR Network draft, the CWL takes the blanks. Blank, big blank number 1, and big blank number 2. So, Matt, tell us about the blanks.
The blanks are one of the most successful teams in the NWL's history. They have already set the record, or broken the record, for tag team and 6-man team points scored. And currently, big blank number 1 just broke the record for single season points with 155. So depending what happens with the last 2 cycles between him and Killer Clown, one of them will likely be the all-time single season point scorer.
And which is funny to me because some people might hear that and like, oh, there wasn't a really good competition in the NWL. And I'm like, no, the NWL is stacked right now. It's even more impressive that he's breaking records,
Right.
based on the amount of competition that's currently in the NWL.
Yeah. So
with the 8th pick in the IWAR Network draft, the IWL takes Alec von Schnapp. So Matt, tell us about Mr. von Schnapp.
Alec von Schnapp is the youngest of the sons of Victor von Schnapp, and
Best looking too.
Well, that's always a debate.
The rest of them look like they have Down syndrome.
Oh God! Well, they are the Von Erichs essentially.
Yeah, it looks.
It was funny. Victor von Schnapp was always Kerry Von Erich, even back when Kerry was alive. And now the idea is kind of like, what if Kerry had lived? The idea, to kind of give you a background, Victor von Schnapp is like this world famous wrestler who's around the world, laying women across the globe, and just having children across the globe,
like any good wrestler would.
Right. And now, all these years later, all of his half sons have come around, and
there's not a black one.
Well, you don't know. There might be.
Jermaine von Schnapp coming.
there is Otto von Schnapp out there somewhere. I think he's in the PKL. But Alec is the youngest, and he's the Greek. So Alex is from Toronto. Axel's from London. Otto's from Berlin. Alec is from Greece, but he was conceived on a cruise ship. So hey, it happens. So he's like a young, powerful wrestler looking to make a name for himself because the Von Schnapp name carries with it certain respect, whatever. But he wants to do his own thing, so he'll be trying.
All right, I dig it. With the number 9 pick in the IWAR Network draft, the BRL takes Senor Lucha.
Yes.
C.
C indeed. The idea was to keep one of the big names around, put him in there, kind of thinking, well, he'll get picked to go to one of the leagues. And I thought, well, I'd rather get him and hold him. And then there were rumblings about interest in him going to IWL, so we worked out a deal. So the BRL traded the rights to Senor Lucha to the IWL for the IWL's number 1 pick in the next draft. So the next time we do the draft, it'll be the CWL picking first, then the BRL. So they'll be like, yeah, baby, loading up the roster.
Awesome.
Because I do want the roster to get younger. There's a lot of, and I will say it's changed. I mean, if you look at the BRL roster right now, the names, once you get past like the 5th or 6th name, Agent 26, Ghostly Shadows, Randy the Ram, Duke Nukem, Luther Alexander, Chief Bull, Gray Fox, like the next 15, 20 names in there, in the mix, are relatively newer names.
Yeah.
And that's good for the league. It helps keep the league fresh. So I want to keep the league fresh, so we traded the rights. So Lucha went to the IWL.
Fantastic. With the next pick in the IWAR Network draft, CWL takes the Hitman, Steve Chambers.
Damn right. I will say that I was a little surprised, but I think my favorite surprise was that Andy didn't realize I managed Steve Chambers, which is awesome. He's like, that guy's really fun. I'm like, yeah, who runs him? I'm like, oh, I do.
Like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. So, wait, so you were pulverizing my guy? Oh, yeah, whatever. To be fair, I didn't know he managed this other guy that I was having him go after. So
with the next pick in the IWAR Network draft, the IWL takes Clyde Cosworth. So what's the deal with good old Clyde Cosworth?
Clyde Cosworth, former IWAR world champion, is he's kind of body-like in that he causes a lot of trouble, but he's more of a gritty brawler, tough guy.
He was a big deal when I started too.
Yeah,
he was huge.
He was,
yeah.
And then he got upset by Colonel Max Strife, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
That started the beginning of the end for Johnny Revolution.
Next up is the BRL, and they pick Felix 9 Lives Benaventura.
Yes.
So what's the deal with Mr. Felix?
Well, again, the idea is go with a unique character, international, young up and coming star. Try to get younger. Oh, sorry. Trying to get younger, and it's tough recording at 2 a.m. Trying to get younger and bring some more flavor to the league that really needs as much as we can. I mean, the rosters. I mean, the trash talk the last couple of times are getting really good, and I think when you have a lot of diverse players, you get the most out of that kind of environment.
Yeah, I dig it. So with the 67th pick, the CWL takes Sledge and Hammer. I've never even heard of these guys.
Yeah, no one has. Sorry. Oh.
From what I understand, these guys are aging superstars that this might be their last run.
Well, it's a good place to go for a last run. I mean, the competition in that league is going to get really, really tough.
Yeah.
So
they pick them on a good tag team. So with the next pick in the IWAR Network draft, the IWL chooses Dr. Victory. I question his credentials.
Well, why?
Well, I'm pretty sure he got his degree in some sort of South American clinic somewhere. I don't think he's a real doctor.
Well, I will say the thing about that guy is the way he looks to me. And I always feel like you want your wrestlers to look, different or have a unique look, but really, he's just bizarre looking, scary even.
Yeah. And
I think the worst part is he looks like the guy from Six Flags. Like as soon as I saw him, like that's the Six Flags guy.
That should be his theme music.
Yes.
He's like this dark, brooding doctor character that looks like he's going to murder you, but he comes out to that music. It'd be awesome.
He gives a sleeper hold and he breaks into a dance. Yes, that's.
Apparently, he got his PhD, Misericord, in France? Haiti, most likely, then. So next, we have the BRL. So with the next pick in the IWAR Network draft, the BRL picks Renegade, Slade Stevens.
Yes. We took a outside the IWAR pick to bring in a talented wrestler from the GWL, and he will, be again a lot of young singles wrestlers to go with after we pick the top tag team, to kind of toughen up the roster.
Yes. If my memory serves me correctly, I was involved in naming this character.
Oh no!
But my memory's kind of shot, so maybe not. I'm pretty sure I was involved in that conversation. Okay. Next up, we have the CWL, and they take, with their next pick in the IWAR Network draft, Sylvester Sykes. Grab them cakes, man. What's the deal with Sylvester Sykes?
Well, he's kind of a junkyard dog type. He was actually going to be my next pick. He was going to be my next pick. I want a junkyard dog type guy. I was a fan of junkyard dogs, so I was like, yeah. And when you realize what grab them cakes really means, you're like, hell yeah.
I thought it was real cake when I was a kid. Like, oh, grab them cakes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow. I like butter pecan cake.
So we'll see, how he does, but look forward to that.
Yeah, fantastic. So with the next pick in the IWAR Network draft, the IWL takes Chad Guerrero from the CWL.
Scrub.
Yeah, he's a scrub.
Who is Che Guerrero?
From what I understand, again, his file has been sealed by the Cuban government, apparently. From what I understand, Uncle Ivan, the manager and mentor and trainer of Luther Alexander, found him fighting in the underground fight clubs of Cuba. And they brought him to the United States as their official hitman. So that's the Havana hitman, Che Guerrero.
All right.
Yeah. He smells like cologne all the time. Like, he's the type of person that will take a shower, and when he walks out of the shower, he still smells like cologne.
Okay.
Yeah, like my uncle. It's weird.
That's...
High karate.
Oh, no.
Well, the next pick in the Our network draft, the BRL takes Alex Johnson
Yes,
from
Alex Johnson.
from the world famous Johnson wrestling family.
Yes, Alex Johnson, run by Alex Johnson. No stretch there. He wanted to enter the draft, so I said okay. Although I'm not sure if he's going to go through with it, only because he emailed me and said, "Hey, I want to join the draft." I said, "Okay." Then emailed me, "Hey, I want to be in the Bound for Glory and everything, all these other things." Like, okay. Then it came like, "I don't want to be in it anymore." I was like, "Oh, are you sure?" "Yep." I'm like, okay, random.
Okay.
So Alex Johnson bringing another young player, competitor into the game. So let's see what happens.
So with the next pick in the Our Network draft, the CWL picks the Troubles, Aberthal Mortimer, Logan Daughtry, and Cormac Flood. So tell us about the Troubles.
The Troubles first appeared, I believe, in the TTL about a year and a half, 2 years ago.
The Titanic Tit League?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, that's the Adaways X-rated league. No, they were the trio of Irish hooligans, and they were quite successful when they were in the TTL.
Mortimer is an Irish name?
It is.
Is it?
Sure.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
I thought there'd be like O'Shaughnessy's and stuff.
Rick and Morty.
That's Jewish.
Morty. Then they went to the PKL for a while, and they wanted to come back into the gold, so they entered the draft, and poof, now they're back in the CWL, or in the CWL, so we'll see what happens there.
I dig it, man. I think that's a good pickup for them. So next up, we have the IWL. So the next pick in the Our Network draft, we have the IWL, and they take Orion Overstar, or H2Os, I call them. H2Os. There's no H, though. Fuck it. So tell us about Mr. Overstar.
He was a part of the Black Wrestlers Matter group, and he, kind of wanted to do his own thing, so he ventured out on his own, and now we have it. He's in IWL. He's a very mouthy competitor. He was around for a while now. He was in MML way back when. His gimmicks have changed a bit, but now he's a very feisty competitor looking to make a name for himself and further his name. Because I think he kind of got overshadowed by the tag team success of his Black Wrestlers Matter partners, Silverback Jack and Black Predator.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Glad to have him in the IWL. So I think it's going to be real fun.
Yes.
So with the next pick in the IWAR Network draft, the BRL takes Scavenger King Komodo.
Yes.
So tell us about the Scavenger.
Not too much is known. He's a tough veteran.
I heard he ate a person.
Yeah, he may have. It could happen. He came out of the GWL, so anything's possible. So, really, it was one of those things. I wanted to bring somebody in. There weren't many choices left on the board available, and I wanted to bring somebody in who, again, was a singles competitor. My hope is that we're really going to pepper the commissioner title scene with a global, intercontinental, and Canadian with lots of different names and faces to compete, so that's the hope.
So with the next pick in the IWAR Network draft, the CWL takes Bayou Hazard. What's the skinny on Mr. Hazard?
The Bayou Hazard boys, as they're called, has been around for a long time. And I remember them back in the MML, and I think they were in the BBL. I might be wrong, but I want to say they were in the BBL. I forget now. But they're kind of a, rough and tumble trio. And again, looking at the CWL, loading up with the Blanks, the Psycho Circus, the Troubles, and the Hazards. Nice. So the Von Schnaps really, who've been dominant, they're about to win their third year in a row winning the tag team and six-man team of the year. So in the CWL, actually their fourth tag team of the year if you count the BBL as well. So the competition in there is about to get ratcheted up. So it's gonna be a tough one.
I dig it, man. And with the final pick in the IWAR Network draft, the IWL takes Cowboy Jim Spur.
Oh, poor cowboy Jim Spur, Mr. Irrelevant. And my favorite part of Jim Spur is that he used his trash talk to promote the fact he was picked last and blame his enemy for it.
Nice. That's the way to do it.
As any good heel will do.
So Matt, overall, how do you think the draft process went?
I think it went very well. We were kind of like not sure what to expect out of it, but I think the interactive nature of it really lent to the urgency of it. You didn't know who was going to be picked. I think if we were already talking about doing it again next year because it went so well, and now it's not technically not over. What's going to happen next is we're going to track the success of the wrestlers who were drafted, and at the end of 6 cycles, which will probably put us in either April or late March, then whoever the leaders are for stars, earnings, and wrestler points earned will win prizes. So it's kind of a way to just kind of have a quick little contest out of it. It makes it fun. You never know. It could be Liam Larrikin standing tall.
Yeah.
And hopefully, if we get enough interest again, and we do, announce it, and people, hey, I want to be in the draft, we'll do it again online live. And like Andy was saying, what if we had another league involved? Well, if we had another league, that'd be another story. But right now, we have 3 leagues to can draft.
Yeah.
So we'll go and play accordingly.
Yeah, I thought it was lots of fun. I know when we originally talked about this idea, and it was just like a nugget of idea that kind of grew as a seed that we planted, and it kind of grew right before our eyes. So it's kind of see because I don't know if you guys know this, but we talk about ideas all the time. We pitch shit back and forth all the time, and like 90% of it never ever happens with it because we're just throwing stuff against the wall and we're bouncing shit off each other. But this is one of the ideas that we're able to filter through, and yeah, it was pretty awesome. So. Although I probably do have the outtake conversations of the ideas that we didn't do.
Yeah.
Somewhere. It's recorded. That's awesome. All right, guys. We are officially out of time. So, for Matt Riley, I'm Alex G.
Accept